The Nike Vapormax received a huge amount of hype and publicity when they first came out because of their radical design. Sneakerheads lost their mind, but a lot of people keep asking which is better, the Nike Vapormax or Adidas Ultra Boost. They're both priced the same, and a lot of people say the Vapormax is Nike's answer to Adidas' runaway hit Boost technology. So let's compare the two and find out. Like I mentioned earlier, both of these shoes are priced fairly similar. The Ultra Boost 3.0 usually retail for $180, while the Vapormax retail for $190. Prices might change because of colorways and materials used, but both of these shoes are definitely up there when it comes to price. I'll have links in the description below if you want to pick up either one of these shoes. Let's talk about the uppers first. Both of these shoes use some type of knit material that make them very comfortable to wear, lightweight, and very breathable. Nike uses their Flyknit, which can be found on a lot of other shoes. As always, Flyknit is a little stiffer and helps give the shoe a much more structured feel. Adidas, on the other hand, uses their Prime Knit material, which is much more elastic than Nike's Flyknit. Adidas' Prime Knit makes for an extremely comfortable shoe if you're going to wear the Ultra Boost 3.0 as a casual shoe, but it does leave something to be desired if you're going to go out running in them. It just doesn't feel like your foot has the proper lockdown when you run. The Vapormax also has Nike's Flywire system that really helps with the lockdown when you tighten your laces. The Flywire system compresses your whole foot evenly, unlike the cage used on the Ultra Boost. If you tighten your laces on the Ultra Boost before you go out for a run, all you get is a little bit of pressure on the inside of the foot. Now let's talk about the actual Boost and Air Max units. Style-wise, the Vapormax is very polarizing. Some people love the look of the new Air Max units because they look so futuristic, while other people absolutely hate them because they look like giant bubbles. There's no midsole on the Vapormax, so it's literally just your foot right on the Air Max unit. The new Air Max uses a very durable rubber, and there's extra rubber placed around the unit to help reinforce it. Only time will tell how it will actually hold up. The Adidas Ultra Boost, on the other hand, has a much more conservative sole, which can be worn almost anywhere. It's also much more low profile. The Ultra Boost outsole is also made out of continental rubber, which really helps with traction and durability. Actually, wearing either one of these shoes feels completely different. The Nike Vapormax has a very bouncy ride, and it does take some getting used to. It also feels really high because the Air Max units are so thick, so it kind of feels like you're walking on stilts. I also mentioned in my initial review that the way that the Air Max units cups the bottom of the heel feels a little off, and after wearing these shoes daily for almost a week, it still feels weird. The Ultra Boost, on the other hand, have a much more comfortable and softer ride. When you walk in the Ultra Boost, each step you take doesn't feel as squishy like the Vapormax, and since the Ultra Boost midsole has a lower profile, your foot won't get caught when you're walking up a flight of stairs. Fit-wise, the Nike Vapormax size like many other Nike shoes out there. They tend to be a little narrow, but they run true to size lengthwise. Whereas the Adidas Ultra Boost run true to size, but if you want a slightly snug fit, you can always go down half a size. Now don't get me wrong, the Vapormax is a decent shoe and it's pretty performance oriented. The stiffer Flyknit gives the shoe a very structured fit, and the Flywire helps with the lockdown. The Vapormax is a great shoe for distance runners that like a lot of pattern, but if I want something to wear casually and use as a daily driver, I'll be defaulting to my Ultra Boost. Hey, if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, please high-five the like button, it helps the channel grow. If you like videos like this, subscribe. There are more product reviews and fitness advice videos coming. For more, check out gymcaddy.net, and I'll catch you next time.